I'm Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking, and today I'm doing another one for the Helga's Happy Holiday series. I'm doing chocolate bark. You can do this with dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, whatever you like. Mike likes white, I like dark. I'm making some dark chocolate bark today, and the great thing about it is it doesn't take long, it's simple to make, and I'm going to do chocolate peanut butter. It's going to be like having a Reese's peanut butter cup almost. You can put any kind of candies you want on top. I'm using M&M peanut pieces crushed up. That'll give it some salt. Also some sugar candy, give it some color. I'm going to use some macadamia nuts because Mike likes macadamia nuts a lot. And but you could add coconut or anything that you want. So the first part is I'll show you how I'm going to make up the peanut butter filling. It's very much like my peanut butter Easter eggs. So ingredient wise, M&M's here, crushed up for the top, some macadamia nuts that I crushed up also to go on the top. It gives some crunch, and this also gives some salt. Some peanut butter and some 10x confectioner sugar and butter and a little salt and some vanilla. This here is going to make the peanut butter filling. So let's make the filling first. As usual, I'm going to have the recipe and amounts down in the description below. I do that with all my vids. So if you're ever watching and wonder about the recipe amounts, just make sure you check below the video. They're always there. So, I'm going to add a cup of peanut butter, a cup of confectioner's sugar, quarter teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 4 tablespoons or a quarter cup of room temperature butter. And then we're going to give this a mix. This is all mixed in. You could use a mixer if you want to too, but it's not that much, so I just hand mixed it in. And there you can see what the filling looks like. We're going to set this to the side, and now we're going to do our chocolate melting and prep. And I have it ready to go here, a sheet lined with parchment paper, because that's what we're going to put our chocolate on. I've added my dark chocolate chips here, and in my double boiler system. You can do it in microwave, but you gotta be careful because it will scorch in a microwave. I'd rather use the double boiler. I have better control. I'm going to add all of them. This is a little bit more than the normal 16 ounces, but I have a big tray, and because I'm doing a double layer, peanut butter in between, I'm pretty sure we're going to use it all up. You want to keep stirring, and it looks like we pretty well have it. You don't want it to scorch. I will confess, I started working with the white chocolate first, but those white chocolate chips are not top quality, and for some reason they just fell apart on me. So plan B, I was going to make the dark chocolate anyway, but I'm finding that you got to have really good quality white chocolate if you're going to make candy with it or work with it really in almost any way. So we're going to pour some of this out into our parchment lined sheet, only half of it, well, approximate half, and I'll put the rest back on the double boiler while we put on the peanut butter layer. Okay, we're going to spread this out. Okay, and now comes the peanut butter part. And we're going to spoon this out onto the chocolate. no pretty way to do this. We're going to smooth it out a little bit more later and actually swirl it in. I don't know if Mike will eat these or not. He likes the white chocolate, which as we know isn't really chocolate. But, and I think white chocolate's a little too sweet for me. This, if it has enough peanut butter, it may work. It will swirl in. You gotta work fairly fast with this too. There we go. It's not pretty. It's not going to be. The final result will be pretty. It's going to be all decorated up. And as you put the peanut butter in the chocolate, because it's hot, it helps melt it as it goes in. There we go. Like I said, not beautiful, but it's not going to be. Now we're going to put the rest of the chocolate on top. And you know, that's another thing. If you wanted to, you could even do like a nut layer in between here for crunch in the middle. I'm just going to go for the crunch on top. So I've got my chocolate here. Get the rest of it. Look at this all turned out. And I'll get it spread out. Try and get a layer over all the peanut butter. Okay, so we got that done. Now we're going to put the goodies on. Some crushed macadamia nuts, like that. And I have the M&M peanut pieces. The nice thing about those, or you could use Reese's Pieces too. Gives it some nice color. Makes it festive. And I'm going to add just a little colored sugar. Like this. So there you go. Now we're going to put it in the fridge and let it cool. So here's the bark, all cold and set. And I'm going to take this whole thing, move these aside. And we're just going to break it up. Here's what it looks like inside. Look at that. See, you can see the peanut butter layer. I'm just going to break it up in pieces like this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't get much better than chocolate peanut butter bark. And it's pretty with the different candies. And that's why I said you can customize it any way you want. Coconut, different nuts, other candies. There you go, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to finish breaking this up and then you know what comes next. So you know what comes next. the all-important taste test. And I just want you to see how pretty this came out. See there, you can see the chocolate and peanut butter layers. Didn't that come out awesome? And I'm gonna try. You can see it up close. You can see the different goodies I have on top. And then you can see the peanut butter layer. And I'm gonna try a piece. Believe it or not, I don't eat much candy, but this is the exception, but most of this is being gifted away. Oh man. And the salt on the top from the different nuts and candies is nice. It helps cut the sweetness of the chocolate and the peanut butter. Oh man, that's good. I will make another batch of white chocolate for Michael since the first one didn't come out. And this time I'm going to use really good quality white chocolate, and I really think that's the big thing with working with white chocolate is the quality. You know, white chocolate isn't really chocolate. It doesn't melt the same. It's more oil. So it makes a big difference in how you work with it. And I just have to find a better source of really good white chocolate. But we'll get there. But at least I have the chocolate, the dark chocolate. So that's how I make my chocolate bark, my chocolate peanut butter bark. Makes a great gift. It's easy, it's simple, doesn't take that long. Takes about, depends how cold your fridge is, but I let it sit about half an hour in the fridge. You need to keep it sealed in an airtight container and keep it in the fridge. It is chocolate, it will melt. So, or you can freeze it. It does well freezing as well for storage. So, it's my chocolate peanut butter bark. Enjoy. If you liked what you saw, like, subscribe, and join me next time here in Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking.